state of emergency declared in California as a trio of fires rages across the state.
As about 100 major wildfires burn in the West. At least 19 people.
Mandatory evacuations are underway, with residents being told to leave immediately.
Never happened. We have not experienced the tremendous loss and destructive fire nature that we're seeing over the last 72 hours in our history.
I started experiencing fires in Santa Barbara pretty frequently. I lived through the Thomas Fire, which burned quite a few tens to hundreds of thousands of acres. And understanding that all those trails that I'd ridden months earlier were gone. For mountain bikers, I don't want to wait until I have to tell them, like, you're not going to be able to ride these trails that burn down every 5 years anymore. I'd just rather them see the value of conservation and just want to protect things before they get worse. I had an incredible privilege, like, growing up in the outdoors. My great-grandfather was the head of the Alpine Club in Switzerland, and my great-grandmother was right on his side in a tweed skirt and an ice axe. Both my parents were geologists, and I think that because of their work, I had to be outside with them. Traveling outside with an outdoorsy family, being exposed to trails and public land, that mattered a lot. And it kind of taught me the value of, like, trails in your backyard. I couldn't be more fortunate to be part of a nonprofit that's focused on trail building. I'm repairing and restoring environments. I'm thinking about conservation more than I'm thinking about moving dirt. Like, the next step in trail building and in mountain biking is getting people to the place that I got, but letting them do it themselves. And so if I can take a trail and tell a story with it, if I can make people notice things on their own, then they care about preserving things as a whole. And I think that's really what strikes me as, like, important with the whole idea of building trails. Cyclists have their heart in the right place with wanting to access and protect environments. But when mountain biking is still focused on access, we're never going to truly address the environment and where our energy should be focused. Government listens when you have a lot of constituents, and we have a lot of passionate constituents. But, like, how do you harness that? How do you truly harness all of those users? Not for any reason other than to just have them as a cohesive group and give them ways to put that energy into action. And so having volunteer days with the public isn't so much about driving economy and tourism as much as it's about giving a community ownership of their land and the youth a way to grow up with a feeling of stewardship over a trail that was really just built by 4 or 6 guys over the last 20 years.
We'll be riding and see Johnny and see like the homies in just digging, and like you stop, tell them how much you appreciate it, because they're like responsible for our fun, you know? They're building the waves.
Yeah. Every other sport is talking about climate change, is talking about representation, and they're inviting us to be at that table to talk about that with them, and we need to step up.
Mountain biking, what we can do is like have bigger trail advocacy groups, get bigger grants, and basically like expand trail networks like thoughtfully and legally, and get people outside and get them started.
Thank you. There doesn't need to be just a few giant trail organizations. All these people are stepping up to fill a void and a need where there isn't federal money to do that. And there really isn't a way to fix the environment without having everyone lending a hand. Seeing the community come together after the Thomas fire showed me how much the mountain bike community does care. And in 3 years since those natural disasters, which are kind of just the way the natural system works, trails have been rebuilt. I don't want to wait until trails are burning up every year or until this like sport's on the brink of being gone. I think having the fear of a world being a worse place galvanizes people to protect what they know. We're not headed towards doom and gloom no matter what, but like if we all try, then things will be better. I want people to see what once was and what we have now and what we could go back to. Whether you're building a pathway for people to connect and explore with nature, or you're building a figurative path for people towards literal change, I think that all falls under the same umbrella.